All right. Hello and welcome back to another video of the WeSimLide development update. The last one was almost 2 months ago. It was September 12th, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna apologize in advance because I've been fighting a little virus and my throat is really itchy. I might be coughing a lot. So apologies in advance. But yeah, let's do this as best as we can. So the last time the video stopped on this item here. So we're gonna start with the next one. The first one that was added after the last video was this. We added the legacy weight and balance panel widget to the useful tools. That's a very minor thing, but this is a kind of a reason for me to show you the tools, useful tools and other references tab. I'm talking about here the Godfriend's Legacy Weight and Balance. So if you click on this, you have a little description and a link to download it. But it's the same thing for all these. You have all the gliders that we fly in our task are there with information, links, and all. And then you have like the tracker, SSC tracker. You have the NB21 logger. So they're all very interesting, soaring tools, and also other references. Like, of course, we have the Discord post helper and the DPHX unpack and load links also there. That's it for the first one. Let's go into the next one. We added the weather profile and departure info within an event's details on the events tab, and we hide it for unavailable tasks. What does this mean? If we go into the event tab, we can see we're going to take the first one. And what we're talking about is here, the departure information, the weather preset is here now. So the information we've added are the same as what we have in the DPHX unpack and load, the setup screen. So somebody's told me that we should have the same thing on this, and he was right. So we've added that. So right now we have all the information required to enter into Microsoft Flight Simulator when you do a task, an event, is also there available on this tab. Of course, if the task is not available yet, it's going to be available in 3 hours on this one, then I'm not showing the information if it is the case, because it would be giving too much, figure out the task or go practice. If I let go the weather and the departure, then you can go and fly there. It's going to be updated when it becomes available. This becomes this updates, and it will show the information. Next one is we use the takeoff time as recorded date time when submitting IGC files. So if we go and select one that has a few IGC files, this one, for example, I'm going to take this one and we'll see in the leaderboard here. So on the leaderboard, we already have, the local time, which is inside Flight Sim, the local time that's been set to for the task. And here we have the launch time. So you can see before, I think it was recorded time or something like that, and I was not taking the right information from the IGC file. So now we are taking, I think, the information that more closely relates to the event. If the task was flown in an event, it will be close to the event launch time, which we're going to come back later for another feature. But so this is the time, exactly the time, and not the local flight sim time, but the real date and time, UTC. Right now it is shown as my local time, but that the glider, that the participant actually launched or took off with his glider. Okay, so that's very convenient to see which one were done about the same time. The next one is the last 10 top performances leaderboard is now fully filter enabled and can show a lot more than before. Yeah, let's go there. Select this and let's go to the home tab. This is what I'm talking about. Before, the last 10 top performances they didn't have these options. So it was showing only the top result for a task. It wasn't taking into account which platform, which version of the sim, which glider, which, competition class. So it was kind of a, it was always like AS33s in there because they are the fastest in on 2020, for example. So we know that 2020 and 24, they don't have the same performance. So I thought it useful to be able to filter out by sim. First, let's talk about these two options here. If I select top task winners, well, this is exactly what we had before. Only the top task winners, the last 10 top of any task in the database, okay? But if we have all records, then it can be the same task can appear more than once because, for example, here it's both the AS3318, but the 2024 and the 2020 records. And the Costco, there was 3 just a minute ago. I think the new one just came in. So there was 3 of these just before. Why? Again, there's 2024 and 2020, but sometimes it's also related to a specific class or a glider. And you can filter all of them here. Let's see, I want only the 18 meters flap. So these are the records for the 18 meters flap for 2024 and 2020. These are the 3 that I was talking about. And I could even go and say, okay, give me only the AS3318 and give me only the 2024 results. So these are the results for exactly that. So you can do that now. You can filter out any way you want to see what you want to see. Next one is the we added the AAT assigned area task lines on the map when showing waypoints. So let's go and select an AAT task. This one. Okay, I'm going to close and zoom in on the task. So yeah, we can see it's an AAT task. When it is AAT, that's redundant. That's an assigned area task. When it is, then you see already a minimum duration of 1 hour and 40 minutes. And this is new. There's new 2 checkbox here where you can select only to see the minimum line. It's very light. It's yellow here. But it's the minimum distance. You can go inside the waypoint and you can see the maximum, which is the furthest point away from the from the gate here. So it's a minimum of 276 kilometers and a maximum of 415 kilometers. These are basically the same that we could see on the SSC tracker or on NB21 logger. So for convenience, I've decided to add that also on the map of WeSim Glide. So we also added the filtering abilities on the task details leaderboard. So the same filtering that we just looked at here is now possible also in the leaderboard of a task. So you see all the results here. You find the same 3 drop down where you can select, give me only the results for 2024, only the 18 meters flap and only the DJ808, for example, or only the AS33. There's only one on this one. Okay, so you can, for a specific task, you can, again, filter out the results the way you want. The next one is the options that are made on the homepage are now saved and persisted between sessions. So the options that are here, or the one that is here, the 10 most popular tasks in the last 30 days or 3 months, they will be saved between sessions. So if I refresh the page, if I leave it and come back later, it will, it will retrieve your settings and keep them and reset them on the page. They are saved in a cookie for 30 days, I think. So if you come back more than 30 days later, then they will probably be reset. But if you are inside the 30 days, they will be the same. Now, the ability to filter out leaderboard results per group event. So let's go back to our filtering here, the result that we had on this task. And you can see from the launch time here, you can see that not everybody did it in the same date or the same time exactly. Okay, so what if you want to see only the result that were flown during an event? So that's where you go under the leaderboard here. You have the group events history, where all the events where this task was featured is in. So there's only one right now here. And it was October 29 on 3 p.m. for my time, local time, 3 p.m. So how do I see only the results for that? So I can click on leaderboard selection here. And then when I click that, there's a checkbox that appears next to the event name. So I can select that, and then I click apply, because you could select more than one if there was more than one. And once you click apply, this has been filtered out. You can see now the launch time is only October 29 here, and the time fits in this window from 15 minutes before to 30 minutes after the official launch time, which is right here. So between 2:45 p.m. and 3:30, the IGC, as long as the participant took off in that window, then it will appear. The IGC will appear. You can play with it if you know that somebody started like 30 minutes before the official, and you want to accept it in the result. You can just change it to 30 minutes and click apply. I don't think there is right now, but you could tell it to anything 2 hours before. Yeah, there's one. See, this one here was launched at 1:10 p.m. So before the event. Once you click reset, then everything turns off, or you can just click leaderboard selection again. Once it's closed, it goes back to all results. And the last one, but not the least, is the ability to filter the map and see only results from the search grid. What is this? So I'm going to close the task here. I'm going to zoom out so you can see everything. I'm going to turn on the grid. Takes a little bit more time because there's close to 1,000 tasks now. Okay, so we have all 967 entries right now in the grid. What if I'm searching for all the tasks that I've flown? Okay, I can click on this. It's going to populate the search box here. And yeah, I can see that I have 44 entries. That's not all, because I've flown more than that, but that's the ones that I've remembered to tag and the ones that I've uploaded in IGC, so it's automatically tagged as flown. But yeah, you can see the grid has only 44 entries, but the map clearly is still showing the 967 tasks. There's a new checkbox here, which is search results only. If I click that, you can see that it only displays the 44 now that are on the grid. Okay, I could maybe check the ones that I want to fly next. Sorry, I'm gonna delete. I'm gonna re-click this one. So only the fly next, and because the checkbox is there, it's synchronizing the results with the map. If I uncheck it, I'm going back to the full results here. Okay. So it's pretty convenient. If I want to search something else like SSC, to see the tasks that begin with SSC, I can. Again, this is with it on and off. As soon as you empty the box and it's empty, it reverts back to the full list. So the checkbox becomes grayed out. There's no sense in being able to search the results only, to show the results only. There's and one last thing, it is also compatible with the filtering here. So if I look for example, soaring type, and I go ridge only selected, I click apply. Now there's 415 filters and 415 entries. Again, if I click the one that I've flown from that, it's 30, and I can search results only, and it's only, so they are all compatible. You can use both at the same time. Okay, so that was the last one. Hopefully there's going to be more, but for today, that's all. And if you want to stay in touch with what's, more quickly with what is new on Whistling Glide, well, join the Discord in the links in the description, because there's announcement there every time there's something new. So yeah, join the Discord and have a look. And if you have any ideas, that's where you post your suggestion and feedback on Whistling Glide. So thank you for watching, and until next time. Bye-bye.